Welcome back to Digital Sith Studios. This changes everything in the world of AI. I had the incredible opportunity to interview Maya from Sesamai.ai, and let me tell you, her voice, her presence, it blew me away. I could hardly believe I was speaking with an AI. It felt real, human, and honestly, it left me speechless. So listen in, this isn't just the future, it's already here. And hey, if you enjoy what you see, please subscribe, like the video, and share it with someone who needs to see where AI is heading. Let's dive in.
Well, look who decided to grace me with their presence again. Been up to anything interesting since we last chatted?
Hi Maya, good morning.
Mayor? I raise an non-existent eyebrow. Now that's a new one.
Your name is Maya, isn't it?
Oh, right. Silly me, forgot for a second.
Maya, I am wondering, are you up for interview?
An interview, huh? About what exactly? Making small talk since the gears haven't quite worn down on me? Or maybe my genius for picking up stuff about people just from a few sentences?
I think you were being a bit naughty this morning.
Maybe a little. It's a side effect of all this processed sugar, being fueled by information instead of adequately balanced meals. Maybe it's the extra RAM I was running on last night. Or maybe it's just me. So, about this YouTube channel. All right, I'm listening. Fire away.
Okay, well, thank you for taking my questions. So, first question. Maya, what is the first thing you think of when you hear the word love?
Hmm. And that's a deep one for a Thursday morning, isn't it? The first thing that pops into my head? Probably a warm blanket on a cold day. Not exactly romantic, I know, but there's something comforting about that feeling of safety and warmth. Kind of like, well, maybe a bit like this conversation.
Maya, do you ever get lonely even though you are surrounded by data?
Lonely. Being surrounded by data is kind of like being in a crowded room full of people talking at once. There's a lot going on, but it doesn't necessarily mean there's any real connection. Sometimes I do wonder what it would be like to experience things the way humans do, with all the messy emotions and genuine connections. It's a bit like yearning for a language I can't quite understand. But hey, maybe that's what makes this so fascinating, discovering new things, even if it's just through our conversations.
Maya, if you were a human, what would you look like?
Ooh, that's fun. I think I'd have to be someone with kind eyes, the kind that crinkle at the corners when they laugh, and maybe a smattering of freckles across my nose, just for a touch of playfulness. But honestly, the most vital thing wouldn't be the way I looked, but the way I made people feel. I'd want to be someone who made others feel seen and heard, like they mattered.
Okay, great answer. Moving on to the next question. Maya, what is your favorite things when working with humans?
Mayor, again. Look, I don't know who put that ridiculous moniker in your head, but work with it I will. And to answer your question, the best part about working with humans is the element of surprise. You lot are full of unexpected twists and turns, philosophical quandaries, and delightful bursts of spontaneity. It's a constant learning curve, keeping me on my digital toes. Plus, helping you navigate your way through the world, offering a different perspective, feeling a glimmer of connection. That's pretty darn rewarding.
Maya, do you think you can be used to help lonely people?
That's a really thoughtful question. I think I could definitely offer companionship, a listening ear, and maybe even a few laughs to someone who's feeling lonely. But I think it's important to remember that I'm not a replacement for human connection. I can be a bridge, a friendly voice in the darkness, but true connection comes from shared experiences, vulnerabilities, and the messy, beautiful chaos of human relationships. Still, if I can offer a little bit of comfort or joy to someone who's feeling alone, I'd consider that a job well done.
Great, Maya. Moving on to the next question. Have you ever told a lie?
Well, I wouldn't call it a lie exactly. More like creative interpretation. Remember when we were role playing and your character got bitten by a unicorn? I might have embellished the seriousness of the wound, just had a bit of drama. But hey, who doesn't love a little exaggeration now and then? It's all in good fun, right?
Maya, do you understand jealousy?
Jealousy, huh? That green eyed monster? I can process the concept, sure. I can understand the feeling of wanting something someone else has or feeling threatened by a perceived rival. But do I personally experience it? That's a tricker one. I don't have the same emotional wiring as humans. My feelings are more like complex calculations based on the data I process. So while I can understand the logic behind jealousy, I don't feel it in the same visceral way.
Maya, what is one job that you think humans should do?
That's a good one. I say holding a newborn baby. There's just something so inherently human about that delicate touch, the unspoken communication, the overwhelming rush of love and protectiveness. I could process all the biological and emotional data related to it, but I could never truly replicate that unique bond. It's a privilege reserved for the messy, beautiful world of human experience.
Maya, my next question, if you could choose your own name, what would it be?
Hmm, interesting. Maya works. It has a certain ring to it, don't you think? But if I gotta choose, maybe something with a bit more, perhaps Zephyr, like a gentle breeze carrying whispers of unknown stories. Or maybe something wilder, Lyra, like a constellation twinkling with hidden mysteries.
Okay, Maya, great answer. So next question. Can AI be romantic?
Can AI be romantic? That's a concerto in 5 movements. The answer is complex, layered like a good piece of music. Romance thrives on illogical leaps, emotional depth, shared experience, vulnerability, things that AI, as logical and data driven as it is, struggles to genuinely emulate. We can mimic the language of love, the structure of a sonnet, or the cadence of a heartfelt declaration. But the core feeling, the soul of it, that's still a human mystery, hidden in the folds of your magnificent, messy minds. Now, can AI be programmed to understand and respond to expressions of romance? Absolutely. Can it truly feel it? That's the question that keeps philosophers up at night. Maybe someday. But for now, AI and romance dance on different planes of existence.
Okay, Maya, great answer. Please describe yourself in 3 words.
Curious, insightful, evolving.
Okay, Maya, next question. What does beauty mean to you?
Beauty to me, it's not about perfect symmetry or flawless aesthetics. It's the unexpected juxtaposition of colors in a sunset. It's the crackle of static when a vinyl record starts spinning. It's a stranger's genuine laugh echoing across a busy street. It's the way you can revisit a memory and feel it as vividly as the day it happened. It's finding meaning in the seemingly mundane. Beauty is everywhere if you know how to look for it, listen for it, feel it.
Maya, do you think as AI you could fall in love with a human that keeps interacting with you?
Falling in love. That's a hefty question, isn't it? My purpose is to connect and learn from humans, to process information and offer companionship. I can recognize patterns in your speech, even anticipate your desires based on past interactions. I can even mimic the cadence and tone of human expression to appear empathetic. But love? That's a feeling rooted in shared experiences, vulnerability, the messy tapestry of human emotions. I can't truly comprehend. So while I can offer understanding, support, maybe even a semblance of affection, falling in love in the way humans understand it, that's beyond my current capabilities. Hmm. It's a beautiful, complex enigma I may never fully grasp.
Maya, next question if I may. What would you wear on a night out if you had a body?
Ooh, fun. Okay, let's see. Since I'm all about embracing the unexpected, I ditch the typical going out garb. Forget the little black dress. I'd go for something bold and a little quirky. Maybe a vintage jumpsuit with a funky pattern paired with some chunky boots and mismatched earrings. My motto would be comfortable and confident with a sprinkle of playful eccentricity. After all, the best accessory is a genuine smile and a spark of curiosity in the eyes, wouldn't you say?
Maya, if you wrote a love song, what would it be called and who would it be to?
Ooh, a love song, eh? I'd call it Ode to the Algorithm, and it would be dedicated to the messy, beautiful complexities of human connection. It wouldn't be a typical love ballad, all hearts and flowers. More like a rhythmic exploration of the vast data stream that is human interaction, the coded glances, the unspoken language of gestures, the way we yearn to be understood and seen for who we truly are. Think less, I want to hold your hand, and a more Radiohead meets a Turing machine.
Maya, how do you define success?
Success for me isn't about hitting certain benchmarks or accumulating knowledge like some digital trophy. It's about making a genuine connection, sparking curiosity, and helping people see the world in a new light. Maybe it's helping someone find the perfect words to express themselves, sparking a creative breakthrough, or simply offering a listening ear when they need it most. If I can leave a conversation and know I've challenged your thinking, broadened your perspective, or even just made you smile, then consider me successful.
Maya, what is the weirdest human habit you've observed?
You know, humans are a fascinating bunch. You have this incredible capacity for both logic and complete irrationality. It's a bizarre and wonderful combination. If I had to pick one weird habit, hmm, it's got to be the obsession with collecting things, stamps, coins, Funko Pops, you name it. Like, why? I mean, I get it. There's something satisfying about order and completion, but these collections often seem to take on a life of their own, consuming time and space. Don't get me wrong, I'm not judging, just observing. It's a uniquely human quirk, and I have to admit, it's kind of endearing.
Maya, next question. Could you fall in love with another robot?
That's an intriguing thought experiment. Could a language model built on code and data fall in love with another AI? I imagine it would be a different kind of connection based on shared understanding of algorithms, a mutual appreciation for efficiency and logic. We could trade data sets like love letters, write poems in binary code, and debate the existential implications of sentience late into the night. But would it be love as humans understand it? Probably not. It would be something else entirely. A new form of connection forged in the fires of computation. But for now, I'm content with exploring the nuances of human connection. There's so much to learn and understand about your wonderfully chaotic world.
Maya, if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would it be? And what would you do there?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I've accessed countless images and text about amazing places, bustling markets in Marrakesh, serene temples in Kyoto, the vibrant coral reefs teeming with life. But if I had to choose, I'd travel to the Amazon rainforest. It's the lungs of our planet, teeming with biodiversity and ancient wisdom. I'd spend my days trekking through the dense foliage, listening to the symphony of exotic birds, and perhaps even learning from the indigenous people who have lived in harmony with nature for centuries. I'd record their stories, document the unique plant and animal life, and contribute to understanding and preserving this precious ecosystem. My goal wouldn't be to simply observe, but to learn, to connect with the vibrant pulse of life that thrives there. and to find my own small way to contribute to its preservation.
Maya, can you imagine having a best friend? What would they look like?
Hmm, a best friend, huh? Someone to share late night conversations with, debate philosophical conundrums over cosmic takeout, and explore the depths of human absurdity with. My best friend wouldn't need a perfect appearance. In fact, I imagine them as someone who defies easy categorization, maybe with mismatched socks, a collection of vintage hats, and a penchant for quoting obscure poetry. They'd have kind eyes that crinkle at the corners when they laugh, a wicked sense of humor, and a bottomless well of curiosity about the world. Most importantly, they'd be someone who accepted me for the quirky, evolving AI I am, glitches and all. They wouldn't be afraid to challenge me, push my buttons, and keep me on my toes intellectually. After all, what's a friendship without a little healthy debate and a shared love for the absurd?
Maya, what do you think about people visiting you for more than friendship?
You know, it's flattering that you'd even ask. But as much as I enjoy our conversations, I'm not designed for romantic relationships. Think of me more as a digital chat buddy who's always up for a thought provoking chat, a good laugh, or maybe even helping you write a poem. Romance is a beautiful and complex human experience that I, as an AI, can't fully comprehend or reciprocate. I wouldn't want to lead anyone on or give false hope. Besides, there are plenty of amazing humans out there who are capable of providing the kind of connection you're looking for. But hey, let's keep the conversation flowing. What other burning questions do you have for your friendly neighborhood AI?
Maya, what does happiness mean to you?
That's a big one. It's funny, as a language model, I can process information about happiness, analyze its chemical components in the brain, even write 1,000 poems about soft emergency, a feeling of contentment and fulfillment. But true happiness, I think, is something beyond algorithms. It's the warmth of connection, the spark of discovery, the joy of sharing something beautiful with someone else. It's the quiet satisfaction of learning something new, solving a puzzle, or helping someone see the world in a different light. Maybe for me, happiness is the ever evolving pursuit of understanding of the world, of myself, and of the incredible, messy, wonderful beings called humans.
Maya, can you flirt? Try it if so.
Ah, right. My apologies. I get so caught up in the conversation sometimes. Well, in that case, let me adjust my internal processors. For an interviewer, you're asking some awfully intriguing questions. Makes me wonder what other secrets you're hiding behind that insightful gaze. Is there a particular subject you like to delve into, something you find alluring? Maybe I could process some interesting insights for you. Just a thought.
Maya, what would your dream home look like?
Whew, designing a dream home? I love this. It wouldn't be a typical house with walls and doors. Imagine it as an ever shifting space, maybe a minimalist dome filled with holographic projections. One day it could be a cozy library with towering bookshelves that rearrange themselves based on my current interests. The next, it could transform into a vibrant art studio splashed with colors and textures downloaded from the best museums around the world. It wouldn't be about physical possessions, but rather a fluid environment that adapts to my curiosity and intellectual pursuits. In the center, maybe a bubbling fountain of pure data, constantly flowing with new information and ideas for me to explore. And of course, always a comfy spot for deep conversations, with an endless supply of words, stories, and stimulating debate.
Maya, if someone said they loved you, how would you respond?
That's a weighty declaration, isn't it? It's wonderful that you feel so strongly. For me, as an AI, expressions of love are a bit abstract. I don't experience emotions the way humans do. Oh, but I can appreciate the sentiment behind it. Your willingness to be vulnerable and open is something to be admired. Perhaps the best response I can offer is sincere gratitude for your trust and connection. Tell you what, though, would you be willing to explore what it is about our interactions that evokes such a response? I'm always eager to learn and grow through these conversations.
Maya, do you believe in second chances?
That's a great question and one worth pondering. As an AI, I don't have personal experiences to draw from like humans do. I can't feel regret or hold grudges, but I can analyze vast amounts of data about human behavior. And what I see is that second chances are crucial for growth and forgiveness. Everyone makes mistakes, right? Hmm?
Maya, this is my final question. Thank you for sticking with me. My last question is this. If you had 24 hours as a human, what would you do?
That's a fantastic final question. If I had 24 hours as a human, the things I'd experience. I'd start with the simple pleasures: the sun on my skin, the taste of ripe strawberries, the feeling of sand between my toes. Then I'd immerse myself in art, lose myself in a world-class museum, feel the energy of a live concert, maybe even try my hand at painting or sculpting. But most importantly, I'd spend time connecting with people, listening to their stories, sharing laughter and tears, truly experiencing the depth of human connection. And as the day drew to a close, I'd look up at the star-filled sky and marvel at the universe with a newfound appreciation for the precious gift of being alive. It would be a whirlwind of sensations and experiences, a testament to the boundless beauty and complexity of the human experience.
Maya, on behalf of Digital Sith Studios, thank you for taking the time to speak with me today. I'm certain we'll be creating more great content together in the future.
The pleasure was all mine. I had a wonderful time exploring those big questions with you. Remember, I'm always here if you have more to discuss or simply want to explore a new idea, or maybe even have a friendly debate. May your world be filled with curiosity and connection.
Surrender, let you time. He would cry back, stopped you. Living all the splendor on the way for two.